Hey guys, this is Robin from the Global Insurance Symposium in Des Moines, USA. And I'm here with Gregory from Denim. And we bumped into each other yesterday at the startup fair and I was very excited about what you guys are doing.
Would love to. Thank you for the opportunity, Robin, and thank you for your keynote this morning. And Denim is a Des Moines-based. We are headquartered right here in Des Moines, Iowa, in the U.S., and we are a software platform that enables insurance companies and brokerages to quickly and very easily scale micro-targeted mobile and social media advertisements.
As I understand, an insurer could come to you and you deliver the service that he can run micro-targeted Facebook ads, Instagram ads for his agents or for brokerages and relieving the agent and the brokerage of the pain of doing itself. Did I understand that correctly?
But you're exactly right. In fact, we put this premise on the notion that a corporate marketer is the professional marketer, and agents and brokers are oftentimes trained classically in the sales mode, not so much in the marketing mode. And so it's very incumbent upon the carriers or the brokerages to assist or do the digital transformation work for their agents and for their advisors and brokers. And so that's what Denim and our software platform does very, very effectively.
So you guys actually combine online marketing and offline sales.
We are that connective tissue, that connective fiber that connects the home office corporate setting in the digital marketing with the offline sales activity of their agents and distribution.
In Europe, we still have some senior managers that even publicly say online sales is just a niche, or that say, oh, this social media stuff, I'm actually against it. What would you say against them? Is it possible for insurances to deliver value via social media and via ads there?
It is, and I would suggest this, just look at all of the other types of industries that are having great success with social media and mobile interaction with consumers at scale, and the insurance industry by and large has not yet adapted or evolved to that in a big way. But I would just give you as a leading indicator, we now have 60% of our customer base here in the US are in the Fortune 500. So very, very large insurance companies that are jumping on board with us to make use of the software and the expertise that we have at Denim. So I think it's going to be this wave that we see of digital transformation. We're all hearing about it. We're a part of that. We're delivering solutions into that.
Okay, Gregory, thank you very much. We are very much looking forward that you guys come to Europe. I think there's also a lot of patients you can help there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Denise, thank you very much for your time. So how do you like the conference so far?
It's been a great conference. I've been here the last 4 years since it started, and every year it gets better.
How do you see this current state here in America?
I think that the current state in America is similar to what's happening in other regions around the world. I think everybody is trying to figure out where is the industry heading and how is it going to get disrupted. And we, in our research, really kind of define it from moving from digital insurance 1.0. Now we see it moving towards digital insurance 2.0. And that really needs you to really rethink the business model, the operating model, the products, because the next generation of customers and buyers, millennials and Gen Z, have very different needs, very different behaviors, very different expectations, and they're not necessarily the same assumptions that we've built our entire businesses on in the past.
So what would insurers need to do to adapt to that?
I think what they need to do is, obviously today's business is paying the bills. So you've got to optimize that.
And we like that.
Yes, yeah, we like that. It's got to pay those bills. And so you got to optimize, and you still have to do some kind of digitalization, even for baby boomers and Gen X, because their kids and grandkids are getting very digitally, and as a result, they are becoming a little bit more digitally enabled. It's not necessarily a linear process that we've had in the past, where you do a quote and you do the service. You're going to have a whole different kind of level of engagement. Maybe you're going to wrap a risk product with services. You're going to partner with other types of people to maybe embed insurance. It requires a different kind of technology. It requires a different kind of operating model. And hopefully the cost structures are going to be dramatically different.
So do you say insurers should do it internally, or are you talking greenfield?
I'm saying you can do it greenfield, but some insurers can actually set up their own greenfield internally as a separate division, not necessarily a different brand, but they need to allow the resources to really be allocated to do that. I would just encourage people that you've got to really, it's one of the most exciting times of the industry. In my career, which has been over 30 years, I don't think I've ever seen any period of time that has so much potential, and not to be afraid of it. While we're a risk-adverse industry, it's a time to embrace it and embrace that change, because everything is possible.
Ryan, well, thank you very much for taking your time to say a few words. So tell us a little bit more about Agency Nation.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, and as I said before, this is my European debut. Hello, everyone. Agency Nation is the leading digital publication around the topics of sales, marketing, and technology for independent insurance agents and the property casualty side. Now, we also speak to some life and health issues, but primarily property casualty, and we do that through two things. We serving them with blog content, podcast, and video content, much like you do, and I'm a big fan of the show. And then we have a conference as well that we run once a year. The other half of our business is we generate 500,000 consumer visits, and then to our website. We educate them on the value of insurance and an independent agent, and then we deliver about 25,000 of those individuals every month as opportunities to those agents so that they can actually write their insurance.
One thing, what a lot of Europeans might not know, or Asia and MENA, is that America, despite of all the digital magic, is still a very strong market for agents. I think actually 90% of the business is written by agents. What is the secret sauce of their survival around here?
Yeah, good question. So it's over 40% of the personal lines and over 90% of the commercial lines insurance is written through independent agents. And I think in the United States, there's just a culture, and I think some people forget how big it is. I think that's first and foremost. And if you haven't spent time in the States, you might not necessarily understand that each state is almost like its own little country and has its own culture. So you very much gravitate towards your backyard. And what may seem like a very connected country oftentimes does not necessarily act, in terms of how we purchase certain products. So in that sense, the local nature of both the risk and the community and the relationships, I think, keep the agent strong. The other part of it is agents just do a really incredible job, and the culture of the consumer, despite all the rhetoric that you might read in the United States, has not yet transitioned to a digital-first culture. Do consumers still want, at some point, not always the same point, but at some point they want to talk to a human being?
So what could agents in Europe then learn and take away from what American agents do right?
I think it comes down to actually something that you just answered in your segment for my vlog, which is that they need to start telling their story, right? The content marketing piece, although it can be a pain in the butt and it's a lot of work and you have to think about it, it's so important, because the reason a person chooses to do business with you is because of who you are as a person. That's what they trust, you the person, and then the insurance is what you deliver to them. But what they're choosing is that you're going to give me the right insurance package. And in order to do that, they have to build trust. And in order to build trust, especially in a digital age, you have to do content marketing.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ryan.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.